This music fucking slaps, man. Do you know how rare it is to find a dating sim with good music? Alright, let's get this started. Hello, Sherlock. You. What's hip happening? Hello, Cookie Wolf. Welcome to Dating Sim Sunday. Hello, Jess. Thank you. Everybody, give a round of applause to Jess. He sent me this game. That was very nice of him. And already I'm super excited because the music fucking slaps. Also, I should shrink my webcam. It's still big from when I was playing 3DS games. Okay, that's a little bit more manageable, I think. Is drugs bad? I don't know. It all depends on what kind. Scorpion Gamer 76. Alright, good to have you here. Yeah, I did link your channel. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to link your Twitter, like, I don't know if like you wanted that to stay private or something. I can link your Twitter if you want. I can change the description on a whim. It can happen. It's just I tend to link the YouTube page of whoever sends me a game. You're the KK Creeper guy. Oh, I think I remember you. Brain like a mesh sieve, really. Anyway, I wonder what I think of this game. So far, I'm really fucking hyped because this music is like so fucking legit, man. They didn't just take this off of like a fucking stock music website. It's actually good. It's amazing. Hold on, let me just check one thing before we get started. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're good. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, welcome to Dating Sim Sunday, resurrected once more. Let's get into it. I'm excited. Let's start it up. Hello, Neo. Darnus. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. Analyzing. New profile. Big number. Economic bracket. Lower middle. That's not true. It's below that. Employment category. Bleak. Current emotional health rating. Low. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Negative. Premium level assistance re-requested. Proceed. Pretty please. Negative. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile big number. Database. Haha. Justification. Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. So meta. Oh shit, that's right. I get to create my avatar and everything. That's pretty rare. Alright, my name. My first name. Y'all know the drill. Violet. Leaf. They pronouns? Yeah, man. They got 'em. I think I'd go with she, though. Just as a rule for myself, you know. Hair color. Oh my god. Look at this. Quite the selection. I don't know. Should I make the character look like me, or what I want to look like? I don't know. That shade suits me better. Eye color. Can't really tell all that much. Hold up. Left the replay on. Don't want to waste bandwidth over that. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Clothing. Wait, hairstyle. What? Medium, short. Both of these are short, but whatever. I don't know, I kind of like that wavy look a little bit better, yeah. Skin tone. Okay, that's too pale even for me. I don't know. Yeah, that's about as white as I am. Color. Oh. Oh, that's neat. I guess I am wearing gray, although I prefer to be wearing stripes, honestly. That's too dark. I can't even see myself now. Oh, I like that shade. You give me too much to work with, honestly. Like, seriously. Oh, man. I can't decide. Dang it. I like that color. I'm gonna go with it. Probably be able to guess who I went after. I don't know. I haven't met anybody yet, but as soon as I do, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I think I'm good, yeah. Name, Violet Leaf. Pronoun, she. Is this correct? Yep. Premium level assistance for profile, big number. Violet Leaf has been activated. For the sake of her hopes and dreams, insert Undertale reference here. The following is a work of fiction. No shit. Okay. Winners don't use drugs. In a world where arcades still thrive, one moderately attractive leaf will search for love in the mean streets of whatever the fuck city this takes place in. Level 1. Put your quarter up. Oh, is this like a chapter thing? Is it split into chapters? No way. That's crazy. Alright! Look at this cyberpunk shit. This isn't cyberpunk at all, I don't know what I'm talking about. It is the future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Hold up. I'm gonna switch my ears out. For some reason my left ear is just like full of scabs. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister. I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro-gamer celebs. Just fucking rip off your ear. Ah. Internet trolls, personal assistant AIs, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date, I've had no part in any of them. What? I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and lifeguard for the local community pool. Okay, I know it sounds like dire straits, but like, do you have any idea how much fucking training you have to do to become a lifeguard? Like, literally, I gave up, like, at bronze medallion. And there were still 3 more levels after that. It is so much work, and you get paid a shitload of money to just sit there and be a lifeguard. Anyway. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. And buy that World War I Otome. Oh, because we're here? Yeah, I didn't finish that one, but I figured it would end depressingly, you know. The British boy is here. Oh, great. Well, you know, if you turn into my playthrough of Sword and Shield, then you get to listen to me do a terrible British accent. Behold, my quaint little apartment. What the fuck? This is nicer than my apartment. And I don't live in the future. Like, sure, the drywall's a bit cracked, but fuck, you have more than one room! Can't complain, really. It's paradise, in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. Okay, downgrade, roommate. I could not do that. Ever since I moved out of my parents' house, I have, like, consistently lived alone. I can't cohabitate with people I don't know. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most in my family tree. Or at least I was, before today. Oh shit, there's voice acting? I didn't know there was voice acting. Hold up. If that's the case, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit so we can hear the voices. That always seems to be a problem, like the music and the voices are always the same volume. Okay, go back. This is great, I won't have to read the dialogue in my terrible voice.
Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
Ibuki, is that you? Read the next paragraph in your British accent. Alright. Alright, mate. The horror... you put too much pressure on me, I can't fucking do it. The horrified looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. I can't do it. I was kidding. I'm terrible at doing accents. Danganronpa is back with a vengeance. That's Australian. I know, I'm sorry. I told you I sucked at it. I gotta work on, like, a Scottish accent, because I want to play as the female trainer in Sword and Shield. And everybody's agreed that she's Scottish. I don't know why. Juniper is the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. Okay, so we do know each other. That's alright. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, you know, today. So, is she somebody I can date? Because, you know, big titty pastel goth GF, you know. Watch my videos to get an accent of sorts. I'm sorry. I have denigrated your fine speech patterns. I don't know. Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about it. Why get upset? Okay, are only some of the is it partial voice acting? Alright. Because you actually enjoyed that job. More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks at the very least. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart, the center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Yeah, how is Scotland? I've heard it's rainy there. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that?
Ah, yes, the desire to leave home and start somewhere new. I have felt that. I want to move to Windsor. There's a hot manager, a hot ginger, a dancing twink, that girl from Monster Prom and Ibuki, that's all I recall. Well, you've done my job better than I can. The UK sounds grey. Yeah, no more grey than here, though. I wish to see the sun unfiltered by clouds, honestly. Fortunately, I never meet a gay or bisexual Scottish person. Fuck my life. Oh my god, I know, right? I thought you hated your job. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and... Your dream job. Oh, I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Oh, hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's the Virtual Life Coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. It's totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Ah, yes. Everybody has that one cousin that tells you about a bunch of weird shit. And then the next thing you know, you're the getaway driver when somebody's robbing a fucking bank. Oh, and that lady from Starbucks. Alright. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? The person I'm playing as is way more attractive than I am. What kind of cousins do I have? Oh, you know, the kind that have been to jail. I mean, I've been to jail too, but I was working there. But he had some anger management issues to work out. I think he's doing fine now. He's got a girlfriend who's a mortician. It's nice. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Okay. Super congested. Give me a second. Can I tell a story about my cousin who went to jail? I don't even remember what happened. So much shit happens in my family that it just kind of like flies over my head, and I'm just like, as soon as the next crazy shit happens, I kind of just forget what the last crazy shit was that happened. But I think he was like standing on top of an electrical box or something and screaming at people. I don't know, but like, whatever. Both of us had it rough. Up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life, the two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. This is the kind of content you've been looking for? Wow. I mean, it's all thanks to Jess. Thank Jess. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled, nope. Typically the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidney sold on the black market or something. What happened to Dating Sim Sunday? People stopped watching and I ran out of dating sims I wanted to live stream. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares. Just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. As if I could sleep for 8 hours straight. Also, if I don't dream, I find it a waste of a sleep cycle, honestly. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app, or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? Fuck it, give the weird little app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I load it up, tap the icon, and... Ooh. Huh. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me, I went, huh. Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so, you know, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future year 20XX. Don't stream Camp Buddy. I already know all about Camp Buddy. Don't worry about that. I wasn't planning on it. What? No thanks. Oh, great. Yeah, don't look up Camp Buddy. It's not appropriate. Oh shit. I guess I did get subscribed to Pizza Facts. It's fine. It's just the alert for the live stream. Pretty tall order for an app to do, or are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glance up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of, honest. That's super. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already had a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it'd work just as well. Ah, but I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life, all thanks to my glorious, wonderful, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Ooh, this is a tutorial? Alright, I'm down. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Okay, I guess rule number 1 is don't be a basic bitch. It sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct, my branding game is on point. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not take someone's feelings into account. Oh, this is gonna get fucking complicated, isn't it? Alright. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. She's the persona personality stats personified. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both, who knows, it's up to you. Yeah. Camp Buddy does fall into the genre of weird. Like, even if it wasn't yaoi, it would still be super weird. So what you're saying is I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically? I mean, being basic's bad, right? It sounds bad. Heck no, they're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Okay, stop breaking the fourth wall. Now let's see my patent pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Yeah, I laugh at them, but like, I'd never tell them myself. I mean, maybe I have. I don't know. Kind of against the concept in general. Yeah, I'll pass. I don't mind telling jokes, but I'm not gonna, like, randomly throw joke darts like that. Yeah, I don't dig dad jokes either. I prefer limericks myself. So now that you've seen the identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? If not, I can hide the indicators. Keep it a surprise. That way it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. Show them. Show them. I'm so dumb. I'm gonna need them. Okay, you'll see indicators in all their glorious color. What if I'm colorblind? That's why they're also uniquely shaped icons. Don't worry, I got your back. Anyway, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. Such a strong personality. How to tell if you're basically...
I'm not a basic bitch.
Alright. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. Never use quick saves. Alright. I'll remember. I'm not gonna remember. Anyway, studies show that achievements, or chivos as the kids say, encourage app engagement. Okay, well, what's with the empty space on the left? Oh, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies, or do I need to find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making of my daily life? Violet, you're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them, and it'll be obvious when you're doing that. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed. Just relax and have fun. Okay. I feel ya. Ah, alright. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
It'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost, that's a rule.
Oh, silly. I mean your spirit. Your hopes and dreams. Your life's passions. I can even help find romance.
Nice. I should download this app. Romance? Seriously? Seriously. Often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place, but if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating, well, that's a recipe for disaster, and hitting on coworkers from day one can be kinda awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? That sounds like something I'd do. Right now, I'd rather focus on finding a career. Any sweet loving can come later, if I feel like it. That's fine. I'm sure as you get to know people better, romance will eventually bloom. Or not. It's up to you, really. There are literally apps that gamify your life like Iris. Well, I mean, it sounds more interesting than whatever the fuck we got going on here. Alright. Aha, I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor. Okay, whatever. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th time's the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
This recorded music.
Why is my phone going off? Cool. Somebody else is streaming something. When's the next PML Buys Weed stream? I don't know. When the Ontario Cannabis Store starts selling edibles. They're setting up brick and mortar stores this year, though. I don't know if there'll be any nearby. Guess I'll just go to the reservation and figure that shit out. So do I just stand here, or... Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those. Please, I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just... Okay, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now get a move on. Tut-tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 9 minutes away. Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could just delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could... Just fucking go to the job interview, seriously. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me, I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believed the silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe salesman job at best. But, well... it'll be worth a laugh at the very least. I choose to trust in the science. What is my dream anyway? What the hell, let's do this. Like they always say, go with the flow. What is my dream? As much as I genuinely enjoyed being a lifeguard, I can't say I've found true direction in life yet. I'd assume I never would, honestly. When I was young, yeah, I guess I had hopes, I had dreams, maybe even what Iris called a spirit. After things went south for my family, I learned to put all that aside, but assuming Iris wasn't out for my kidneys, what if it's not too late? Are you telling me that in the future of 20XX we still don't have 3D printed organs? MC seems emo. Good. So I thought, one last time I'll have some optimism, some faith. And as I came to realize weeks later, turns out I was right to have faith in my spirit. Ooh. Oh shit, I see that knockoff Subway sign. I see that. Wub sub, oh my god. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19XX, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded-up health spa once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds,
Hey, listen.
what do you think? Wait a minute. Did she just pull a Navi? I vote the next option should be basic, because why the fuck not? I don't know, it all depends. I mean, about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job? Really?
99.97%.
Huh. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big business in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one hoping to be the next Iron Chef, a dozen more shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Is that a picture from when they dug up the E.T. Atari cartridges? Bravo! Has it been this easy for you to get a job? No. Fuck no. Video games weren't always this popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. So in this world, Atari never fucked up massively? Wow. What a shift. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it had ruined video games for many years. That is so overly simplified. It was more them trying to sell Pac-Man for... They made more copies of Pac-Man for Atari 2600 than were Atari 2600s. E.T. was just another part of it. I know that because I researched it. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed, that game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in that darkest timeline where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? Don't fucking do this to me, man. I miss playing Ninja Turtles in the arcade. Who doesn't like Pac-Man? Well, people like Pac-Man, but Pac-Man for Atari 2600 was fucking terrible. The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no, it's an interesting prospect, but, I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in a... 15 years. Had plenty of nostalgia thanks to Danganronpa. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework. Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser-targeted on getting you exactly what you need, right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. That's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. And besides, what is my dream anyway? That's what I was asking myself when I left the house this morning. I don't know what I want from life. I've been coasting aimlessly for years. When things started running downhill for my family, I had to grow up fast, put aside silliness like wanting to be an astronaut, and take what I could get. Trying is for successful people. Now, thanks to Iris, I've got a shot at taking something a little better than what I usually get. I owe it to myself to try and be happy and paid, not just paid. So I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Alright. Wow, nice digs. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers, although it's so packed with games I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it. Like, really old. Aw, shit. That means I don't have any of those Vocaloid arcade games. Have you seen those? They look incredible. Although I don't recognize that game with the staged lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing, a Japanese import? Checking. That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magical Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. Two genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked, and over here is an old lady. Sorry ma'am, I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
The what?
Scenes Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980.
It's just censored.
So, how can I help you, dear?
Let's do basic. You're right, Danny. Storm of 1980X. I wasn't technically alive for that, but I heard it was pretty awful. Oh, we've endured many a Norris... Oh, fucking Jesus, really. Around these parts. You get used to it. My little arcade stood the test of time and weathered all elements. We've actually been around since 1970X, back when the games were in black and white and pinball was all the rage. Oh, how times change. That long? But I thought the arcade business was high risk. Not when you hire good people with love in their hearts. Actually, are you here looking for work, perchance? I am currently classified as job-seeking, yes. Oh, thank goodness. I'd been hoping someone would reply to that ad I posted on the webs.
Just call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it? Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Wow. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks. Exactly what I wanted to hear. You're dating an old lady? No. That's information I needed to know, yes. And you are? Violet Leaf, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise, anyway? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and the boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, that's faster than the others. Not bad. So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Fortnite funny moments. This ain't Google, bro. Francine leads me down a back hallway, past public restrooms, and into a door marked employees only. Okay. That penguin poster is fucking ugly. And into a... Okay, it takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Oh. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy. He's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for 12 jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weakness? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but the point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
You were a dinosaur. What dinosaur would you be?
Oh, fuck. She's really caught me off guard here. I would say T-Rex, but that's so generic. A plesiosaur. You know, the ocean fuckers. Those guys are alright. People are saying Fortnite is dying. Yeah. You'll hear about that shit with the Epic Game Store.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Right, okay. Maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Aww. They don't have plesiosaurs. I don't even care about brontosauruses. Do brontosauruses, are they the ones with the spines on their backs? I want to go back to the Royal Ontario Museum. I love it there. Skybro? You think pterodactyl? I mean, I guess. The flappy things around its neck. What's that thing called? Dilophosaurus? Yeah. But that's just in Jurassic Park. That guy didn't actually have acid in real life. What did Brontosaurus do to you? It's a basic bitch. I'll go with pterodactyl. I've always wanted to be a bird, so... Wait, no. All dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird, so pterodactyl, swooping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Really? How exciting. Even if, technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs.
What's your favorite snack?
Fuck. It's changed so many times. Lately, I've been really into Tootsie Pops. They're only 60 calories each, and they last you like 2 hours. It's amazing. Snack? If this was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos, but snacks.
On a bagel.
Hush you. Come now, dear, I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? A tasty apple with almond butter. These are terrible options. I don't even like tacos. Fajitas are better. Yeah, Tootsie Pops are 60 calories each. It's amazing. I went to Bulk Barn. Like, yesterday was super weird. I just ended up walking around for 2 hours. I ended up at Bulk Barn, which is pretty far away. Because I had like a $3 off coupon. I couldn't use it because I had to spend $10 to get the $3 off. I just ended up buying 5 Tootsie Pops for $1. And I ate one on the way home and it was pretty good. Like, really. I only like the brown ones though. I don't know what's the deal with the other ones. How many licks does it take to get to the center? Who the fuck licks Tootsie Pops? You just hold it in your mouth and suck on it. Do not take that out of context. Tasty apple with almond butter. I don't know. I'll just go with that. I'm not picky, really. Whatever calls to me most is what I choose. To be honest, it's basic as fuck, but that's what I'm like. Sometimes I'm just like salt and vinegar chips, Swedish berries, maybe Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops, Fuzzy Peaches. Literally, I have varieties, man. Like, I can't stick to one. I get fucking cold sores. I don't know. Canker sores, that's what I meant. Very interesting. I see you go with the flow. A team player. It's kind of my thing. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Hot Cheetos? I've never had hot Cheetos. Aw, don't you fucking diss salt and vinegar chips in front of me. I was so glad when they finally brought back salt and vinegar Ruffles. Like, seriously, they were like, limited time, then they're gone. Limited time again, and then they brought them back, and now they're in snack size form. And it's, my life, my crops are flourishing. That's all I can say about that. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
I will wield an axe. That's all I can say about it. Is this interview for real, or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. To be honest, I probably get eaten on day one. I mean, that's true, but I don't want her to know that. I can do medical. I did, as I said, I got pretty far into the lifeguard training process. I do have my first aid. And I'm WMIS certified, so medical. Medical, definitely. In a world without lawyers, I'm sure I could do a reasonable job. But seriously, I did have to take first aid class when I worked at previous jobs, and CPR lessons. Yes, I did, because that's part of being a lifeguard. That's a great point. Doctors and nurses will all be exposed to assorted patient zeros and will be the first ones eaten. People with any medical knowledge will be in high demand and could be the difference between your party living and dying slowly and painfully. One more thing. The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you, I came about the job offer.
Job? True. But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to is something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile.
I'm seeking hot boys to marry. Eating food at the beach is 100% better than eating food anywhere else. I don't know. I haven't been to the beach in a really long time. Well, no, that's not true. I went to the beach last year when I was in the Dominican, but of course the beach was a part of a resort, so it doesn't really count as going out for a day to specifically go to the beach. It was just a part of the experience. I did eat a lot of ice cream, though, so maybe I'm biased.
And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the funfair.
I've had beach mozzarella sticks. No, I have not. Anywhere I've been to a beach does not have mozzarella sticks available nearby. Ugh.
Now, all you want is a paycheck. I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long.
Oh fuck, she killed that guy.
So I ask you again, why are you here?
To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than a vague hope that maybe this time I wouldn't lose everything. But that's just enough motivation to face each day, no more than that. It wouldn't be enough to answer a question. I needed to actually think this through. If I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. That's the kind of thinking that's gonna get me out of this town one day, so I'll go with that. It's the fucking arcade Duolingo owl. Ah. Oh my god. I feel like my life's been in a rut for over a decade now. I didn't mind, not really. I can go with the flow. But another decade of that? 2? No. I need to take a risk and try something totally new. Everybody's been pushing me to find a job that's more than a job, just like you're saying. Is this job my dream? I don't know. But I have to try. I have to take the gamble or I'll never get anywhere. Not to say that I'm overly impulsive. I've worked as a lifeguard recently. You have to be sharp and ready to act. But with a cool head. I can do that for your Funplex, too. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work. Which makes Francine smile, in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. Well, we know this is fantasy because, like, I never get hired right away. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure. And yet, it felt appropriate, like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I'd accepted really involved. Alright. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
How marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Violet. Do you want to wait in game 2 to 3 weeks, wondering if you should call in or not? What? What? Dude. Don't remind me of how much I fucking hate job interviews, honestly. Because that is the pain, isn't it? Skip to 2:35 in the vid for the drama. Okay. Alright, I know that video. The MC has all the power in Chuck E. Cheese / Dave & Buster's. Oh my god. I love Dave & Buster's. I went there for my birthday. Sitting here, you mean? sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes, at any rate. It's such a relief. I'd really been stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500-ticket plush dolls down someone's throat. Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I've no patience for such nonsense. I'm sorry, the last person to work this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Okay then. This is really awkward looking. I can't go to Chuck E. Cheese, it creeps me out too much. I can't go to Chuck E. Cheese because the one in my town closed down. Haven't been to a Dave & Buster's in years. They've been around for years. I adjusted my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? It's basically Vegas for kids. Hell yeah. Any minute now. Alright, I get it. It's really boring. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now, and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcades are a few stray adults, who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I start wondering if one of those 500-ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact, he's a snappy dresser, seems a cool dude. I didn't get a good look at him. Can I scroll back up? Is this not Renpai? Fuck, alright. I don't know. Sure, snappy dresser. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? Pleased to meet you. I'm Violet, your new hire. Looking forward to working with you. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So she explained the job to you? Gave you the papers to sign? She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Hoover.
Poor Gavin. I get the feeling he's gonna have to put up with a lot of shit throughout this entire game. It's Renpai, but you have to beat it once to unlock scrolling. Shit, I better quick save then. You know what, at least they had the forethought to remember to lock scrolling. You know, most Renpai devs forget to do that. One of my ex-boyfriends is called Gavin. Oh, well now you know what happened to him.
I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having the business and let the time of Gavin relax and Christmas stays.
Alright, fair enough. Right, so as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that? You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. To be honest, I thought he'd be in jail. Oh, that bad, huh? I heard exes become super hot after you break up with them. Is that true? Fuck you, man. I don't know how to say patrons. I don't know, man. I lost about 50 pounds after I broke up with my boyfriend, so maybe it's true that exes become hotter. But if you see my face, you know it's not that much of an improvement. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner, at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope, but anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi, in that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough. Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? This is my first pony ride. You can rely on me. Relax, I got this. Stress feeds me, makes me strong. I do want to be reliable. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. Managing stress in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Hey! +1 to Gavin.
Indeed.
Good, I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimming. I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Wow. I'm gonna fucking hate working here. It's always the worst when you work at a place that's, like, obviously not doing so hot. Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
I think if Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade.
Yeah, she did. That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm hurt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong.
Press the Q key to see your stats. Alright. Looking pretty good so far. I'm a bit too high on the basic bitch tree, though. I'd like to balance that out.
Me? I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically.
What?
The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives.
Isn't chaos one of the enemies in DMC5, or am I getting that wrong? If you're too high on the basic skill, then I guess the game is doing a pretty good of getting personnel. Oh, fuck. You ass.
Everybody in this business has a dream that shakes them. It's a fragile thing. Prone to get crushed by reality.
Hey, man. You can crush me if you want. Alright, I'll take it seriously.
Never happens.
Alright, So he's a good person at the very least. Isn't Chaos the main villain of Sonic Adventure? I don't know, I never played that game.
That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond yourself, but you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now,
I still want to know about the whole...
mess with our merry misfits?
I still want to know about, like, the person that worked here being her grandson. I'm kind of interested in that. Thought we weren't doing flirty options. Hey, man. I go with the flow. Chaos is like a diva throwing a bomb and everyone's running away like a headless chicken. I mean, I guess. I never played Overwatch. I am familiar with the fandom, though. They got some good fics, that's all I'll say. I'm still trying to figure out my why. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is, but I'm not here to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Hey! Well, he's definitely not a secret route, he's on the cover. Oh, the grandson. Oh. Nah, he died. He definitely died. I have no proof of that, I'm just assuming. I'd say we share similar views then. It'll be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. Okay, I haven't seen anyone else yet, but, like, I've got my eye on this guy. Might work out. And hopefully this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around. That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. Good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up being decidedly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. But he's not a total jerk, definitely. I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I decided to give this guy an honest chance, for now. Wow. Really harsh on the Ashleys, aren't you, Danny? I don't think I've met an Ashley in years. Anyway, I should go visit my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned, although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only, apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. Alright. Okay. This background art is giving me, like, a really weird feeling. I can't tell if this is, like, an odd-looking drawing, or if this is just, like, a real-life photo with a weird filter on top of it. The perspective is so wonky. I don't know what I'm looking at. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering the capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. I hope she's wearing a mask. Excuse me. For lack of a better way to interrupt her, I worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. Okay? Well, I mean, you're the one going around fixing things with your midriff exposed. That's on you. Just noted the hearts on the Pixel PML's face. Thank you. I put a lot of work into that. Which is to say, it took me like 3 minutes in GIMP, but I wanted to do something special for this. She said, with no apostrophe. I'm Violet Leaf. I'm the new floor attendant starting today.
Hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text.
Well, this is depressing. Now I get to see what I would look like if I was attractive and charming. She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat middle-aged guys. Well, that's a sexist assumption, so I'm not gonna say that. Ashleys tend to be dumb. Did you learn that from the show Recess? Like, what's your evidence for this? This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. It's basically me when I look at teenage Shota Aizawa, realizing I'll never be that hot. Ah, man. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first notice is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components in that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Fun Bud Techie. Hi. Nice to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. Can you see what it's talking about now?
He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Oh my god, I know, right? Really? What happened last time?
Well, I dropped it.
Ah, nightmare. Oh, right. Literally me. Listen, I don't want to be dramatic, but this phone case has saved my phone more than, like, at least a dozen times. I literally kicked it once across a dirty-ass ground, and all there is on the case is scratches. Nothing on the screen. It's fantastic. I'm gonna make it to the end of my contract this time without needing to replace it. Reminds me of Mei from Overwatch. Oh, fuck, you're right. Well, Mei wears more clothes. Oh, right. She helps me lift the large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. They got fucking Polybius in here, man? That'd be cool. This is the first time I've seen the inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. It's my first time seeing the guts of a game. I'll admit, I don't know much of anything about how arcade games tick. I figured it was packed full of circuits and things. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she speaks. It could be packed in tighter, like a bar top or a cocktail cab. I'd say uprights favor form over functionality. I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. May isn't Satan, she's thick instead. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, speaking of thick, actually, they got the dudes from Devil May Cry 5 at like a convention to say the dummy thick meme. It was the funniest fucking thing ever. The only problem is they haven't gotten V's voice actor to do it yet, so the next time Brian Hanford goes to a convention, somebody better track him down and have him say it. Because that is hilarious. Oh, I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold front on the marquee, the bezel artwork. The what on the what on the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out the key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. When am I gonna make my own dating sim? When I figure out how to draw, that's the real thing holding me back. I mean, programming in Ren'Py is actually not that hard. As for me, well, I agree, it's beautiful, in its own way. The way she stares lovingly at this, well honestly, this box of wood and circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing, the art, the style, and of course the game itself, all of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or a game console instead, it's made lesser. Downvote. Downvote. I would never say that. What about commissions? I mean, listen. There are so many artists I would love to commission, but I ain't got a job, bro. You bought me this game, remember? Because I was so broke I couldn't get it myself, remember? And if I ever have to run a Kickstarter campaign, I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful, in its own way. Nice. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny. Finally, so few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great. Make the Undertale dating sim, you'll get a couple of bucks. No. Toby, like, specifically asked that you don't make a bunch of, like, Undertale fan products for money. And I don't wanna fuck with him on that. Because if you diss Toby Fox, the internet kills you. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin? Okay, well, don't get me wrong. I can get along with him, generally, but his whole attitude is just... ugh. All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. Wow. She really fucking hates Gavin. Toby Fox fucking demolished MatPat that one time. Was it when he tweeted about Sans being Ness? That was ridiculous. Survival Saturday, PML attempts to play Dead by Daylight but dies instantly every game. I did do a scary Saturday once. I made it like halfway through Slender the Arrival. The game's stupid, but it actually managed to scare me. Because I'm a little bitch when it comes to horror games. Twinny forgot to link a fan Undertale game in his stream and made a bunch of excuses. I noticed that too. Whenever he plays an indie game, he doesn't link to it at all. And I don't understand why. Like, sometimes he doesn't even put, like, the name of the game in the title or the description. He'll just, like, be like, Undertale or, like, Five Nights at Freddy's fan game, and then he won't tell anybody where he got it from. He doesn't really do live streams that much anymore, does he? At least, like, not on the main channel? That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me a whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore spot here. Long-standing argument that the new gal shouldn't really get involved with. As who's risen from the dead. Oh shit, it's Nalenthi. What's up, Nalenthi? It was an Undertale-inspired game, which makes it worse because he used Undertale in the thumbnail. Oh. Foul offense. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod at it. But I kind of want to know, too. Clear the air and find out more. I get this is touchy, but if I'm gonna work here, I think we should all be honest with each other. No gossiping. So, I gotta know, why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. He says he does, but he's willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's Palace, nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive, a waste of floor space. I bet he'd remove them all if he had his way. Buy you Dead by Daylight to stream, but we use different types of money. What does that mean? Do you not have Steam where you live? But either way, you don't have to buy me anything. Because Dead by Daylight sounds... Is that the horror game one? Because I'd probably be too scared to play it. Don't buy me that. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. But that's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Don't date her, she's gonna have this problem with fucking with Gavin. Yeah. It's the multiplayer horror. Is that the one where, like, you hide from serial killers? Because, like, every time that game comes up, I know what it is, but I always forget the name of it. I think I'd be really scared to play that game. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem like a strong, strapping kind of gal. Hello, Removing Thunder. You thought Dead by Daylight was boring? I could see that. I don't really know the gameplay all that well. I'm just, like, following a lot of Tumblrs that are also tangentially related to them. So, like, they post a lot of fan art of, like, the killers, but that's it. That's all I know. Well, you're a gal. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted, then? Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left, you're right. Careful. Forward, right, correct. I mean, not to turn to the right. Keep it coming, and there. Carefully tip it into place. Victory! They're the edgy anime boys like Nagito or Jeff the Killer. Oh my god, that dude with the mask, the smiley mask. I've seen that guy fucking everywhere. I think his name is Frank. I'm following so many blogs that are just like tangential fans of that dude, and I'm just like, literally, he's a creepypasta killer. That's all he is. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheeled dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched, or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as hell, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Violet. I think you're gonna do just great here. Alright, stomach growling. Food required, except I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch. Oh my god, Iris, I totally forgot you were here. Shh. Hey, so, any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Oh, no, not really, unfortunately. What, the knockoff Subway isn't good enough for you? That's real-life scary Reddit stories. Nobody goes on our no-sleep anymore. I think SCPs were like the logical evolution of creepypastas, but, you know, not all of them are good. I mean, there's a cheapo Wubsub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know. Wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back into her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime. Here you go. She presses a boxed lunch into my hands. I've known this girl for like 5 minutes. She's already bringing me a frickin' bento, man. We are on our way to a high school anime romance. Oh my god, it's actually a bento box. Oh my god. She looks like you, Maple, just different hair color and style. That's literally what I said when she showed up was, now I know what I would look like if I was pretty and charming. My Chemical High School Anime Romance. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned it from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet, when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. AnimeRomance.jpg is now in effect. More like AnimeRomance.bat, I think. What'll you have for lunch then? Oh, I can just get some nachos from the vending machine or hit the whole story next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important? Okay. I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games, and it shows. And giving me her lunch? Me, a total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories, too. I'm wanting a good dating sim for a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. Shout out to Jess, again. Every time I say shout out, I have to, like, put my hands like this, even if I'm not shouting. Armed with a box of health food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my lunch on. To get my munch on. I'm gonna munch. I'm gonna crunch. Arcana is a pretty casual dating sim. I don't know what that is. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, but a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpacked my loaned lunch. Jesus Christ. Coherent screaming, please. My mind devoid of any emotion but horror. Whoa, it's fine. Everything is gonna be fine. But I'm a real human being, I promise. It's just a costume.
So, I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really.
Man, you know, furries aren't usually hot blonde chicks. I'd say that straight up. Maybe this will help you understand what it is. Oh, yeah. No, I seen this. It's gonna be on Switch, isn't it? Yeah, that was a part of that direct where we didn't find anything out about Animal Crossing, son of a bitch. And, they had DLC that was like Freddy Krueger, right? I remember that, yeah. And, of course, up next is all the killer trailers, and it's that fucking guy with the mask on the thumbnail. Oh my god. Okay, she's dead. Alright, I understand. Arcana is really nice, artistically and writing-wise, but I can't morally support their monetization methods. Oh, is it like a free-to-play? The ticket system gacha preys on people with mental illnesses. I cannot stand freemium games. You know what? You're right. That's a fair point.
Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
Ashley.
Okay. Hi, Ashley. Don't fuck with the flamingo furries. I don't think I've ever seen a flamingo furry. It's usually just wolves and foxes, which is weird enough on its own. What the fuck was that? And I'm Violet.
So, Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret yet not so secret identity.
What the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph.
Did nobody text her either? Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the
Bird
arcade.
furry's a thing.
Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex
Yeah.
after all.
Technically, I had a clip of one in my Monument Valley review. Because I saw it on Reddit, just like a really, like, realistic-looking bird person costume, and I was just like, wow. And then somebody in the comments was like, yeah, that's somebody's fursona. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, sure. Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Since about 2 hours ago, get used to it. Today? This morning, to be specific.
Awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
DLC characters being the nurse, Michael Myers, and Laurie Strode, Leatherface. Oh, Leatherface is in there? The Doctor and Fang Min, Freddy and Quentin Smith, and etc. Yeah. I was thinking they should have Jason Voorhees, but he's already got his own video game. Several, in fact. I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way here through all the games, sliding right on up to the employees-only door. But how did you get the door code? Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. She likes point-and-click adventure games, I see. Ever seen that? Well, I don't want to get demonetized, but yes, I have seen that. And I don't get it. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed. Next, you needed to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code just to find me. It just keeps going and going. Ashley's got quite the imagination, all right. Wow, I mean, wow. I'm suitably impressed, albeit slightly terrified. No, it was not. I don't think it was kink related. I think it was just fucking weird. She can just take an idea and run with it. Where she's running with it, I'm not sure even she knows. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Oh, geez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. We're gonna get along great. Cosplayers are the best. Is the blonde girl a furry? No, she's a cosplayer. Didn't you hear? I need a quick save. Cosplay. As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it. She's Tsumugi. You know, if Tsumugi wasn't the worst. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering, really. Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats. Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. Holy shit. She made that? Like... That's a lot harder than just, like, sewing a fucking sailor uniform. She's Tsumugi if she didn't ruin a whole goddamn franchise. Yeah. What's Gavin? I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just not a fan of many snappily dressed businessman type characters. At least, I don't see them that often in video games, so I have no idea. The villager. Oh, from, like, Animal Crossing? He could be Tom Nook. Yeah, he could be Tom Nook. So Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Villager from Minecraft? I don't know enough about Minecraft. People can't relate to anyone who dresses better than she. Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Horrifying, but good job. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I don't know heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally. If I get enough thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed, though. Naomi was going on about the craftsmanship of games. Clearly, you're digging on the craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far, no crowds to pump up or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was! Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl, must have been 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and... whoosh! Off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people, and it's not just me. Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So, you're Carl's replacement? I gotta know more about Carl. Please, tell me more about Carl. I really want to know what happened. I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is the thing I'm attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. She be fucking shipping it. Made a bag for your friend's birthday today. Oh, that's nice. Carl is a secret root probs. Ori shows up like halfway through the game and becomes the antagonist. Check the relationships. Fine. What do we got? We're all pretty even, and I am mostly nice. but sort of serious. Actually, before I continue this, I'm super fucking thirsty and I'm out of water. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Hold on, I gotta refill the pitcher. It's always the worst when I go to get a drink of water and the pitcher's fucking empty. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Gotta resituate myself with the camera. Give me a quick second. Oh yeah, my camera's in the way of the thing. Look, they're all even. There. Just so you know. Anyway. Which one of y'all bitches want to fight? I want to fight. I'll fight you in DMC. If you're a demon, you're gonna get fucking thrashed, bro. You bought Outlast. I'm excited and scared to play it. Dude, I played that game. I made it about an hour and a half in before I gave up. It was really embarrassing, too, because I live streamed it. Everybody saw what a colossal bitch I was. Anyway. Actually, this is a bit weird. Like, all the other, like, menu selections are, like, custom. But this return to game thing, that's Ren'Py default. That's weird, right? Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So are they going out? Ha, no. But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic anime cliché. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Violet. Consider them marked. What's that sound? Drat, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
No.
That's no good. Violet needs her calories. You eat up, I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough, thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. Clant shippers in a nutshell. Word. I know nothing about Voltron. I just know that the ship wars are fucking intense. 1v1me, any game, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I don't have either of those games. I don't own any fighting games. My mom was confused why there was a naked, blood-covered man on my TV screen when I downloaded it on my Xbox. Oh, that's the DLC, right? As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me that I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. Ashley's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I don't understand it at all. I like her enthusiasm about her art. I love cosplayers, I really do. I'm gonna say that one. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done and late-rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems, or potential problems, just making sure everything's A-okay. Hey, monkey boy. What's up? Oh shit, Skullgirls. Nice. Actually, on my second half of my workday. Wow. Must be in a completely different time zone because it's like 10 o'clock here. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions, at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful coworkers before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on. No time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? Ashley at the end's gonna be like, it was all scripted, you're inside a video game and switch between other game characters, imagine. Okay. Listen, a loud crowd is not a problem if it's at a stage. An irate customer near, there's someone cursing up a storm. Well, there's kids around here, but, you know. I can't decide. I'll go with the irate customer first. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rushed all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Angry Rando. Ah, fantastic. Come on. Hurry the Qbert noise up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Violet, floor attendant. Well, stop attending the carpets and attend to me. I want this... What sound should I use for this? Should I just make like a weird sound? That sounds like it'd get really irritating. Whatever. I want this to stop, to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of side of the story, before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. He doesn't even notice. So I tap again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you, Naomi, which simply reads Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff. Yeah. A bit terse as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Fucking big numbers. I say a fake throw-up noise? No, I don't have the throat for that. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this other guy would probably put it, holy that's a of a high score. Excuse me. Right, sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of livestock, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Oh. Yeah, I saw that documentary. I saw that. I saw that shit. It's like a Pac-Man knockoff to me. I guess. Somehow the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Oh fuck, he's British too? Come on, man. You guys know I can't do the fucking British accent. Fuck. The only thing I can say that sounds slightly British is, you what, mate? And that's literally it. Just because of the meme. Fuck you. Do the British accent. No. I can't do it. It doesn't sound right. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Do a Mexican accent instead. I can't do any accents. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? What the fuck? If this guy's on the track to get the world record, wouldn't he already fucking have this game cabinet in his home? Come on. Unfortunately, you don't have Skype, so I can't help you read it out loud without the delay. Dude, you're just making my job harder. For a moment, I flashed back to that movie where some dude plays another dude. Who the fuck is texting me right now? Oh, sweet. My tax refund's gonna be coming back. I'm gonna get $100. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Anyway. Cover what exactly? The cost of the game. So who the fuck has Skype? I used to have Skype, but I fucking hated it. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. What the okay. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With my trembling fingers, I key in, customer wants to buy Moopy for $3,000, what do? In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes, absolutely yes, sell that relic immediately. Alright. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit. I mean, if it's that popular, you can find another one. It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. Fuck him. Seriously, fuck him. He should have, if he's going for the world record, he should have already had his own cabinet anyway. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. Fuck it, do it. I'd say 3 large is more than fair. It's all yours. I quickly pocket the money, feeling vaguely like a thief. A thief who will be eating well tonight, mind you. You want me to get the dolly and wheel this old thing out of here for you? He shakes his head. Absolutely not. I'm leaving the game right where it is. But you bought it? So I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want. Provided nobody else is already playing, of course. Wouldn't be proper to interrupt someone. But I wouldn't want to take it away from the Funplex. Naomi would cry. We can't have that, right? I guess not. Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had kind of been ignoring that he exists. What the man? What kind of an arcade is this anyway? You know what? I could, but that doesn't sound right. Fuck this, I'm going to Dicko's Palace. Why are you still texting me? Oh, fuck, that's right. I gotta go to Toronto on Wednesday. I'm gonna be in Toronto and I can't even go to the fucking ROM. It sucks. ROM is like the best museum ever. PML does not give a shit about Naomi. Listen, they're not all classics. And we just lost a customer stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I mean, you're right, but we got $3,000 out of it, so... good deal. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold. Okay. So, Danny, level with me. Do you think this guy is actually British or he's just doing a fake British accent? What do you think? As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game. Take it from someone walling around in the lower tax brackets, the rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. British, he looks like one. Okay. I meant the voice actor, but like, whatever. He's fucking dope and he has a good back. He's the guy you went for, isn't he, Jess? It was the beard, wasn't it? That's weird, inking. But not an uncommon story. And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family. For the games. And for us. I mean, I guess I could have figured that out the second that I saw him, but, you know. Maybe it's for the best that I sent the rando out the door in favor of this guy. So you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing. Percy! Oh my god! If his last name is Weasley, I'm gonna kill myself. You've been here the whole fucking time? Waste $3,000 on Pac-Man. Hey man, that jacket he's wearing probably cost twice that much. What I'm saying is eat the rich. A classic British name. That's me, Violet Leaf, Arcade Wrangler. I am a sucker for an accent. Mostly because I can't do them myself. There's like a million games with your goddamn twinks. Let me have a win. Fine, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. I'm just having a laugh, mate. Yeah, it's a really nice jacket. So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh? Okay. Cool.
Actually, I owned a movie cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
Oh, Inking, I'm so sorry to introduce you to this world. I'm not gonna explain it. You're gonna have to find out what a twink is yourself. I can't be responsible for this. The beeps and boops.
Those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real world conditions. It's all about the emotions. Laughter and tears, excitement of competition.
Jess, you just gonna call me out like that?
I need that swirling chaos, human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy's been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours. And he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. Okay, I didn't need to know that. Oh, Inking, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to find the answers for yourself. I can't explain it, it's too weird. Here we go with the jackets again, it's Danganronpa all over again. Look, it's not my fault that the characters in Danganronpa have fucking bomb-ass jackets, man. Like, I hated Nagito, but his hoodie was the coolest fucking thing ever. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to the game, but burning questions. They burn like fire. None of these sound like good options, honestly. Makoto's hoodie was the coolest. Wasn't his hoodie like... It was a hoodie, but he was also wearing like a weird uniform jacket over it? I don't understand his outfit. I'll just go with a joke, I guess. If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have my game coated in solid gold and encrusted with diamonds. Gold's heavy, hit a break through the floor. Wow. I fucked up massively. We're not fucking Percy. Is Chihiro a twink? We can't be getting into this.
Don't think so.
Okay, we fucked up. You know what, fuck it. I like Gavin better anyway. Who else is left anyway? Money removes obstacles. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks, and bonds, but I'm here for Moopy, not to offer fiscal advice. Right. Well, alright, I'm gonna leave. This was really awkward. Anyway, we had more shit to do. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high-score junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, kind of strange, but that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. Maybe I was wrong about him? Not sure yet. Let's see, what to handle next? Yeah, we may as well get that out of the way. And what's a bear? Oh my god. Jess, I think you're more equipped to handle this. I mean, just considering your type and all. I'm sorry. Let's not go there. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I'm sorry, Jess. I'm sorry. My type was Nagito. It was before I found out he was crazy. Shut up. He was cute. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort. Yeah, I know. We don't need a flashback. Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninja to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchase items, and ninja summons. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Mostly the words that... What in the actual was that? No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be ing me. There is no ing way that is even possible. Those hitboxes don't even ing connect. This game, it all night long. Haha. Rando Calrissian? Bravo. Bravo. Melee players be like, yeah. Can smell it from here. Hello, Miami. What's going on? Oh, this is far from over, Scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey, did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming? How could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this. 5-fold explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No!
Oh, GG.
Okay. She's annoying.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
I'm not going for her. Wait, that pose. That's like the pose an anime girl makes before she laughs really obnoxiously. Sometimes I just stop by every few months to say hi. Well, glad you did. Glad you did. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Kid,
Hey kid, what are you staring at?
champion of my caliber before?
Oh shit, she's talking. My bad. I interrupted the dialogue. Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start even considering how to respond to her question, I have to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as the member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. Why so rude, though? What a sore winner. Shit, man. I gotta say it. I don't like her very much. Other boys tell me I'm prettier than some girls. Should I worry about it? I don't think so. But that's my perspective. I mean, chances are you're probably prettier than me, and I'm a girl. So, you know. Don't worry about it. They're just stating facts. This is a dating sim where you date people who are exactly like you. Oh, come on. I'm not cool enough to be in esports. Also, hello, Colin. Does she act this bluntly towards every new person she meets, or grumble whenever she's on the losing end of a fight? It's off-putting. What happened to good sportsmanship and being nice to your fellow human?
Stand there all weird and quiet-like? It's creepy. So, are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm the new floor attendant. If the game meets your quarter, come to me. Ha ha ha. Wait, you're serious? Okay then, welcome aboard this runaway
I
train.
haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
You have to be good at video games to be in esports. Yeah, I know. That's what I fucking said. Not fit enough to be in other sports. Oh, you've cut me deep, Colin. You've cut me deep. Still got another 40 pounds to lose. Maybe then I will be light enough to actually run. Pretty sure I lost my humanity long ago with video games and drawing. Yeah. Oh well, real life is dumb anyway. I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Violet. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. Might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
Queen Bee, by the way. Agro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Okay. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here. Besides... Okay, that's weird. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope he lasts longer than the last guy. You're great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool, too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. You only go outside for ice cream shops, and my favorite one just closed to poor business, and now I'm sad. Oh my god. That's horrible. Jesus, if I had ice cream that closely available, and it closed down, like... Oh my god, I don't even know what I'd do. That's so awful. Is that how you introduce yourself, IRL, PML? You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? All of my viewers are, like, not even living in the same country as me. Nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Well, it is part of my job to know all about the games here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet, and upon further inspection I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. Wait, she's actually live streaming right fucking now? I don't think that's doable. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Cost a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth and my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than at home. There is so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now? No, that was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible, even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in... FOD... fuck it, I don't know. Lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. The ice cream shop was called La Manzanita, which in English is Little Apple. The ice cream was so good. Ah, that sounds good. If the average newborn baby weighs 7.5 pounds, and when a woman gives birth, does she technically lose 7.5 pounds? Yes, but she loses a bit extra due to the placenta. Birth is gross. Don't get pregnant, kids. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter. Wait, did they just actually, like, name drop actual Street Fighter? Are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to do that? How about saying Beeb? Okay, well, I'll just sub in whatever swear words I want then. She loses a bit extra of her life by having a child in the first place. Thank you. Child free for life. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
What the?
Shit, I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure, one little thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you getting in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick. Later, skater. Alright. I've been playing for over 2 hours, and I gotta ask... Are we close to having met everyone? 'Cause I'm kinda getting tired. With a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig and the shouting, and milder swearing, start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Queen Bee may be certifiable. She's got a volatile personality, to say the least. Still, she seems to like me, so there's that. She strikes me as the sort to start out rocky with anyone, but gradually get used to working them. Good for me. Literally one more person. In your case, you're childless involuntarily. No, even if I was with someone, I would be child-free. I'm not interested in spawning. Well, I mean, yeah. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite a crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier, too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. Is abortion spawn camp? I mean, I guess, but it's like... It's more like it just disconnects you from the server entirely. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. Oh, I'm so there. Love me some upbeat Europop. Fuck yeah. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded the Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. Why do we abort their safe haven? Listen, Inking, I know you're young, so you probably don't know all this stuff, and, like, maybe you haven't had the proper education for it, but giving birth is actually really fucking dangerous. Like, seriously. I'm gonna give you a visual image right now. Have you ever thought of the possibility of pushing out a creature so large that your asshole and your vagina become one whole? Because that's something that can happen when you give birth. And some women never recover from it. And I just want you to know, giving birth isn't always an option. Anyway. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Violet? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Dancer. Holy shit. No people under 99? Okay. Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Oh, they must be part of a dance crew or something. Okay, that guy was on the cover, so he's the dude. Please dance vaccinate your kids. Just vaccinate in general, please. Please, we need herd immunity, please. Anti-vaxxers are literally killing all of us. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. Feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song, can you blame me? It's probably that moment where that one person is looking for a pregnancy video they created. No. Yeah, it's bad, man. Don't do that. As a C-section, that means they have to cut inside the woman to get the baby out, for those who didn't know. Yes, I know. I was a C-section child, which means that I wasn't technically born so much as I was removed like a tumor. But you know, suits me fine. I was really getting into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder. How about you? Want to take the spotlight? What, in public? I think not. I probably wouldn't dance. I'm really bad at DDR. Happy removal day tumor baby. Yeah. Fuck. What day is it? Shit. Speaking of tumor removal day, my birthday's less than a month away and I haven't even started the review for it. What should I do? What, in public? I think not. I'm not one for dancing with strangers. You know what dancing leads to. Me, falling on my face. In front of all these people. Either that or one of my customers enjoying a trip to the emergency room with a shattered foot. I'd rather not horribly embarrass myself right now. Let's save that for later. 'Tis a downright shame, but you can't blame me for trying. How could I resist to ask a gal such as yourself? Playa. I fucking hate his outfit, though. You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
How did you guess? Yes, very.
It's Mateo. But everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo. It's not Teo, it's Teo. My mistake. Teo. Yeah, nobody can post links. It's a really unfortunate fact. It would make it so much easier to meme, you know? Teo's the best. Boogie Woogie Rando. Greatest guy here. Wallflower Rando. He's sort of like our leader, yeah?
Please, I'm nothing, really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Oh my god. I don't know how to respond to that.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close.
And they all have like these weird sort of uniform things, I guess. I mean, Colin, you seem more depressed about this than I am, but whatever. The world is pretty miserable, but at the same time, we do have dating sims. And I gotta be real. Somebody sat down and created V from Devil May Cry 5. So it's all kind of been worth it.
I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang.
I don't even know this Teo dude, and I already hate him in his outfit. Yeah, well, I'm not that into him.
So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
I'm at work, I can't. Teo stretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Playa! Politely decline. I can't with this guy. Teo's a persistent one, but at least he's not mean about it. Maybe after I've played Showtime stage multiple times. Alone. Possibly in the dark. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I don't know if this one's for me. I'd like to avoid injuring anyone, notably myself. With enough practice, you'll get it. Plus, I could always teach you. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I'm actually on the clock right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Violet. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage, now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. I really, 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 really want to know what the fuck the deal with Carl is. Why the fuck are dating sim protagonists so much more elegant with words? You're right. You know, it is always nice when somebody goes out of their way to inject the player character of a dating sim with a bit of personality and wit. Not just sarcasm, you know. It's really easy to be sarcastic when you're a dating sim protagonist. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Violet regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Violet. I hope we get to know each other well. Stop winking at me, dude. You're trying too hard, and I'm saying that. He has big lips. Oh, the less I say about that, the better. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. God damn it, Jess. It was literally what I was trying not to say. Stop. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Fuck. Inking, you have no idea how difficult you're making this for me. Oh god. Alright, Colin, I'm gonna need you to, like, take it back. Take it back for me. Just stop, please. Okay, can you disperse your fans for me, please? Okay. Look, this is great and all, but can you thin out your crowd a little for me? Fire codes, emergency exits, you know, that sort of thing. Come on, it's not that bad. I've seen hotter crowds most weekends around this game. Rules are rules. You're right. The least I can do is be accommodating. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen. We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Complaining Rano. Oh man, but why? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. This guy does vines. He does vines. Danny, please. Just look it up or something. I can't say it out loud. Oh my god. It's Violet's first day, so let's show her some respect. Ah, way to call me out, dude. Great, now I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. Guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Violet's just doing her job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles in a semi-orderly fashion. Literally, who the fuck is complaining about just, like, having to be in order? I don't know. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed at how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Shut up, Danny. Yeah, actually, much better.
Cause any trouble. Sometimes you just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
How long is my shift, anyway? As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Violet has spoken. I start to walk away, ready for my next venture, when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade like a model employee. I say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but, you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding on up behind me. Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that. I'm really enjoying this so far. Thank you, Jess. Oh, by the way, how is my voice acting doing? It's bad, right?
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I've prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board. So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired her yet, right? Jesus Christ. An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering. Violet's off to a great start. Here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? My voice acting is pretty decent. That's all I need to hear. And yeah, this is pretty good so far. I don't know whether to keep playing this on my own or save it for next Dating Sim Sunday, because I'm kind of into it now. Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Heard much, much worser voice acting. Ah, yes. The Garzy's wing dub. I was afraid you weren't going to enjoy it because of the art style. Oh yeah, it's super western, but you know, I'm digging it. Is it my dream job? Taking this job was a risk. The arcade business is a risk. And I knew if I didn't leap into it, well, I'd stay utterly stuck in life. It's been a strange kind of day. Hectic, stressful, surreal at times, but I've been riding that wave, and riding it well. My coworkers seem just as strange, which is a plus. We're all in this together. I could find some kindred spirits with this crew. Know your type and wasn't sure anyone matched it. Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm still not 100% sure on who I'm gonna go for. I'm thinking Gavin. Just maybe. Like, I know he's the first guy I saw, but, you know. I mean, I don't know. Figure that shit out. So, dream job? Could be. It very well could be. We've only got a few hours till closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What? Naomi. You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. Always thought of working in an arcade in the future, because it's video games. Yeah, there aren't many arcades around, you know? You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling, and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day.
By the way, I booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Ah, fuck. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumbed the
Francine, you're the fucking worst. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, you're the fucking worst. Birthday party? How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. I want a quick save. I'm just gonna save straight up. Five-year-olds? Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling. Throwing skee balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing pieces of it off. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, doom, the end is nigh.
I hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap
You
anyway.
fucking kidding me, Francine.
Dears.
She's evil. Right, battle stations, everyone. I'll take ticket desks so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Violet, roaming duty. Look for trouble, do what you can, prepare yourselves. They are coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot, minivans disgorging kindergartners, and suddenly... Whoa, an actual CG. An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing a joystick, smashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations, Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door trying to direct the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adult, beats waiting in line at the change machines. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, abandoning them. Keen on getting out ahead of the surge at kiddies, I guess. Get with Percy the British guy. Why do you want me to fail at a British accent more? Got the Plastic Beach Vinyl album. FYE is still a thing. Weird. Why do some girls at school call me sister? Is it a gay thing? I wouldn't know. I don't act that gay, I'm just attracted to boys. Act like your typical sleep-deprived preteen. Well, it's a good spot to be in. I'm kidding, it's not. Being a teen is terrible. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos has multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Violet, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Oh my god. Alright. I get the feeling this is gonna take a while, and I'm really... Like, it's been over 2.5 hours, man. I gotta cop out at some point. I think I'll leave us on a bit of a cliffhanger here and come back to this next Dating Sim Sunday. How about that? How about that? Does that sound okay? Can I do that? Female is getting with Percy. But Gavin, though! This game is pretty long. Well, good. Then it can be Dating Sim Sunday for the next few months. I'm gonna scoot on out of here. It's pretty late for a Sunday anyway, and I know you kids have school tomorrow. That's right, Mom PML stepping into the chat. Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna be back. Well, I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be playing this game again next Sunday, probably. Anyway, so thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Jess, for providing this game for me. And peace.